לניקוטי מוהר"ן, תורה כ"ד 24, פארט ה'. בעיקר הברכה שנשפעים מהידיים הם שכל, and the main bracha that comes out from the hands means from the faith, it's the wisdom. וכשבאים למטה, and when it's come down to this world, נעשים לכל אחד ואחד כפי רצונו. It become to be for everyone according to his will. כמו שכתוב, פותח את ידיך, that Hashem is opening his hands, הוא משביע לכל חי רצון, and is giving to everyone what that he wants. So don't complain, because this is how that you want things to be. בכן, מישהו בעל נפש, so this is why a person that has got a soul, צריך לכוון רצונו, he should intend his will, שימשיך ברכת השכל, that it's going to bring down the bracha of the wisdom to the wisdom. Actually, you should work on your will, that your will going to bring you to good places, and not to want and to have stupid and silly and weird desires. בבחינת סיכל את ידיו, like that we learned about Yaakov, סיכל את ידיו. What it means in Lashon HaKodesh, in Hebrew, when we're saying סיכל את ידיו, means he used the sechel on his hands. He thought who he wants to bless with the right hand, who he wants to bless with the left hand, and he crossed them. But he done that with sechel. This is what it means sikel. He thought. So we should move our hands, the blessing that we have in our hands, the blessing of faith, with our wisdom, to use the brain. ובבחינת, and like that it's written, מקדש השם כוננו ידיך, that your hands, Hashem, they are the hands that are building the Beit HaMikdash. Beit HaMikdash, this is the wisdom of the person. Like that Ari HaKadosh explained to us that Beit HaMikdash, this is the Tiferet. כי ביתי, it's written, ביתי בית תפילה יקרא לכל העמים, my house is going to be the house of prayer to all of the nations. So this is the Beit HaTfilah, the house of Tfilah, of prayers. So Ari HaKadosh explained that when Beit HaMikdash been burned, so actually we lost that wisdom of davening, of asking for things that we need from Hashem Yitbarach. And we're doing all other kinds of hishtadluyot and not going to Hashem Yitbarach. And even people that are doing Hitbodedut every day, still they have a horrible yetzer hara on that. Because we don't have a house of tefillah. We don't have Beit HaMikdash. So even if you remember it, it's flying. This is why we need chizuk on that every day. You have a situation, there is nothing to do. Don't do nothing. הידיים ידי עשיו, the hands are the hands of עשיו. הקול, קול יעקב. The voice is the voice of Yaakov. Don't do nothing. You have a problem? Only one God above, talking to him, asking from him, in every situation, on food subjects, on parnasa subjects, on desires, on lusts, on bed midot, on shlom bayit, on zivugim, on salvations, on yeshuot, on doing Hitbodedut. In every situation, the first thing that you should do is to raise your eyes to Hashem Yitbarach and to talk to Borei Olam. וזה בחינת, and this is an aspect of חסד גבורה תפארת שמלבישים את חוכמה בינה דעת. This is that Kabbalah that we said. Don't need even to translate it to English. Part Vav. וצריך להמשיך אמונה לתוך ברכת השכל. And we should pull the faith into the bracha, blessing of the wisdom. Like we said before, that עיקר הברכה שנשפעים מן הידיים, the main blessing that comes out from the hands. So I told you that actually it's the faith, like that we learned from Moshe Rabbeinu, that it's written on Moshe Rabbeinu, Vayi yadav emunah, that his hands were full with faith. And Rashi is explaining, it's the translation over there. It's not Rashi, it's the translation, Perisan bitzlo, that he spread them in tefillah. It's the Targum over there that is saying Perisan bitzlo. He was davening, so tefillah, it's in the hands, the faith is in the hands. So we should pull the faith into the bracha of the wisdom, to the blessing of the wisdom. Ki en lismoch al hasechel be'atzmo kayadua, because we're not allowed to count on our wisdom, as we know. Even if you know something for sure, you're not allowed to count on it. If your mother, she's telling you, I'm going to buy you that house. If your friend, he's telling you, yes, I talked to your shidduch and she's saying 100%, it's sure, and I don't know what, and someone is promising to you that he's going to buy you a ticket to Uman, you cannot count on that for sure. Just you have to count on faith. וזה בחינת איש אמונות רב ברכות, that a man that have faith, that he believes in Hashem Yitbarach in all of his situations, Rav Brachot, he's got a lot of blessings. Rav Shalom said that the only way of counting, only when you're counting on Hashem Yitbarach you have 100%. Because on all other things that you're going to count, there is a side to say that you're going to fail. There is one chance that you're going to fail. But only if you're counting on Hashem, that actually it's totally not sure. You don't see Hashem, cannot hear a promise that He is going to be there with you, except by believing that He's going to be there with you. But this is the only way that you have 100%. Only if you're for sure 100% confidence is on Hashem Yitbarach, only that is 100% sure that you're going to be answered. And if you haven't been answered, it's just because you haven't davened enough. But if you're going to continue davening, you're going to be answered. Last week I heard about a person after 7 or 8 years with no kids, his wife now pregnant. 7 or 8 years they were waiting, and they were davening. And they were davening and davening and davening. She became to be pregnant after 7 years. Looks impossible after 1 year. Why? Because of despair. The sadness and the frustration is saying to you that there is no chance. Avrech from this yeshiva, after 14 years, he had his first boy, first girl, daughter, and after another 2 years or 1 year, he had another boy also. To the daughter they called Miriam, to the son they called Shalom, and this is it. Moving on with their lives. From the difficulties, we should learn about the quality of the thing that we're looking for. If you see that something is going hard, you should know that this is something expensive, something valuable that you're trying to achieve. This is it. If you're going to hold on with your tefillot, you're going to have it. Rav Shalom, I heard a story last week that a couple came to Rav Shalom, and it's a couple that didn't have kids for years, almost 10 years, something like that. Frida told me in the Hafatza. And the woman, she's doing Hafatza, huge amounts of Hafatza. She's buying Hafatza, distribute, and she give the books for free, and selling, and doing as much as she can. And she's doing Hitbodedut 1 hour, and half an hour thanks every day. Years, nothing. She came to the shiur in Chulon. She came to Arav. Came to the shiur and she wanted to talk to Arav. And they had a problem, a very big problem. The husband, he didn't have a seed at all. A problem that you cannot. There is no chance. And And she came to Frida, and she told her that Frida is the one that sells the afatza in the Chadar Afatza. She came to her and she told her, I want you to come with me to Arav. So she told her, you don't need me, you can go, there is Kabbalat Kahal, you can. She told her, no, I want you to come with me. Okay, so she went with her, and she told Arav, we don't know what to do, and now they get another bad opinion from another doctor, and I don't know what, and no hope. And Arav is sitting and smiling, and he's not answering, just sitting and smiling. And she told her, listen to Arav, please, you need Yeshua. Told her, I promise you, in 9 months you're going to have a baby. Don't worry. And this is it. And she went, and she accepted something on herself very big about Hafatza also, to distribute a lot of books. I don't know what she took a vow, she took something on herself. 2 weeks later, she's calling Frida. She's telling her, in the time that I was taught by the tests, in the time that I was talking to Arav, I was already pregnant. This is miracles that you cannot understand. 1 week before, she was already pregnant. Those are miracles that you cannot understand. No one. Also that Avrech from the yeshiva, they told him that there is no chance that he's going to have. He was a boxer, he was fighting, he couldn't bring kids. He couldn't bring kids. Mamash cannot sterile. He cannot. And they told him, no chance, no chance, no chance. Like you say, if you're gonna have hair on the palm of your hand, so you're gonna. This is what the doctors told him. I heard a story like that 2 weeks ago in Bat Yam. There was one rabbi that was giving shiurim to chilonim, shiurim in kiruv, mamash, bringing huge groups and giving shiurim. In the end of one of the last meetings in those days of Yemei Iyun, days like those, one of those chilonim stood up in the middle of the shiur and started arguing with him. So the rabbi looked at him and told him, you're going to be the first one from all of that group that's going to do tshuva. And he told him, so that chiloni told him, if I'm going to have hair on the palm of my hand, I promise to you that I'm going to do tshuva. And this is it. And he sat down. After 3 months, that rabbi comes out from a different shiur, and he sees someone bal tshuva with a short beard, white shirt, black pants. And that person is coming to him and telling him, Arav, do you remember me? Told him, no. Who are you? Told him, I'm that one from that shiur that you told me that I'm going to be the first one that's going to do tshuva from all of that group. Told him, what brought you to do tshuva? Told him, look at my hand. He showed him his hand, he's got hair on the palm of his hand. Told him, how can it be? Told him I was driving in my car, and I was with my hand outside, and a truck drove, and she peeled the skin from his hand, and they took him to the hospital, and they made a surgery for him, and they took hair from his leg or something like that, and only after the surgery he looked at his hand, and he saw that he's got hair on the palm of his hand. And he made tshuva. It's not a long distance from that moment to a complete tshuva. There is things that we cannot imagine. Rav Aaron Stern told me that once he made a brit milah, he came to a place to circumcise, to make a brit, and he said that those people were mamash, the family looks like criminals, mamash. And he's doing the brit milah, and he's cleaning and doing everything very, very good, and he sees that the father, that he was looking very dangerous, he's standing and looking and mamash, interesting, and what's going on. After the brit, he told the Rav Aaron, the Mohel, he told him, can you come with me to the room? I want to talk to you. So I said, no, she didn't know what's going to be now. We tried to do it all very good. Who knows? He went with him to the room. So that person told him, look, I saw exactly how that you done the milah and everything. I made bracha before. So I want to tell you that he is saying that he thinks that he doesn't have a Brit Milah like you should have. He saw the result after the Brit Milah, and his doesn't look like it. He thinks that maybe he didn't have the Brit Milah like you should. So Rav Aaron told him, all right, let's see. And he saw and he checked and he told him, they haven't finished to do the Pri'ah for you like you should. There is a part of the Brit Milah that never been finished. So he told him, I want you to do it now. Whoa. Told him, listen. With all of the respect, you cannot. To grown up people, you should do the Ardama, anesthesia, and it's complex surgery. It's not something to... Told him, no. We have to finish it today. The door is locked. You and me and the knife. You have to... Told him, no, I'm kidding. He told him, you have to do it. You have to do it, and this is it. So Rav Aaron took all of the things that he needed, and they made it, and he finished it. And he done it, and he was suffering, and he done that. Finished, he made the Brit Milah like he should. Rav Aaron said, after 1 month, that person came to visit him with a beard, with a white shirt, black shoes. Told him black pants. He told him, what happened to you? Told him, from the moment that you done the Brit Milah to me, he said, I cannot stop myself from thinking how to get closer to Hashem Yitbarach. All of the time, thoughts, how I'm going to get closer to Hashem, what I should do in Avodat Hashem, maybe I should do tshuva, thoughts of tshuva. You can never understand what is I heard it once, that every Jew, if you're going to answer to him, to all of his questions, in the end, you're going to do tshuva. Just you need time to sit with him, to be there for him. They all have kushiyot and questions and problems and issues. One heard opinion when he was young. One have questions on the Holocaust. One cannot understand the Charedim because of the Lashon Hara that he heard. But if you're going to be there enough with that person and answer to him his questions and be there with him, and all of Am Yisrael are for sure going to be better than us. The reason that we done tshuva before of other people, it's not because of our quality. We said it's like an emergency room. You have chas shalom, a horrible accident, and a lot of dead people and very injured people, and people that injured in easier ways. So the paramedics, the doctors, first of all, they're running to save the ones that are in the most critical situation. Those are us. We are the ones that they saved first, because we wouldn't survive outside in the streets more. Part of us would commit suicide, part of us would go to horrible places, destroy themselves totally. This is why Borei Olam saved us first, because he saw they're not going to hold on. You see outside people, amazing people, chilonim, no connection to Torah mitzvot. I wish to have midot like they have. Amazing people, helping and supporting and giving and generous and amazing people outside. So it's not the quality. I asked that Rav Shalom once. I told him, why do I have a merit? I know that my brothers are better than me. Why? Why I made such a wonderful tshuva, and I'm in the yeshiva, and going to Uman, and my brothers that are amazing people, they don't have that merit. So he was laughing. Told me, look, to say that we are better than them, we cannot. And it's written that Rabbeinu is helping the worst. So, this is the answer. We are the worst. It's good to know the truth. So, וצריך להמשיך אמונה, so we have to pull the faith into the bracha of the wisdom. כי אין לסמוך על השכל בעצמו כידוע, because a person cannot count on his wisdom, like you know. וזה בחינת איש אמונות רב ברכות. The aspect of what it's written, that the person that have faith in Hashem Yitbarach is got all of the blessings. ובבחינת ויהי ידיו אמונה. And in the aspect of what it's written, ויהי ידיו אמונה, that his hands, the hands of Moshe Rabbeinu was full with faith. ובבחינת, and also what it's written, וקמה בידך ממלכת ישראל. And that Shmuel HaNavi, I think it was Shmuel HaNavi that said to Shaul HaMelech, right? On Shaul it was? On Shaul? Maybe it was to David or to Shaul. Told him, וקמה בידך ממלכת ישראל, that you're going to lift the kingdom of Am Yisrael with your hand. היינו שימשיך אמונה לתוך ברכת הידיים, means that you're going to pull the faith into the blessing of the hands, means to put the faith inside all of your actions. Like that it's written that Hashem is blessing us bechol maaseh yadecha, in your actions, in what that you're doing with your hands. So you have to believe that it's Hashem Yitbarach that is blessing you. Even if you're succeeding in something, don't fall to that mistake to think that it's you that's succeeding. It's Hashem Yitbarach that is helping you to succeed.
The opposite also.
ובבחינת וזה בחינת, and it's also an aspect of what it's written, ובניתי לו בית נאמן, and I build to him a loyal house. וזה בחינת, and it's an aspect of אמונתך בקהל קדושים, that the faith is in a holy group. קודש זה בחינת מוחין, holiness, it's an aspect of wisdom, brain. וזה בחינת, and it's an aspect of מלכות דיצירה, נעשה ממנה חוכמה, בינה, דעת, דעשייה. That Kabbalah that we talked about, we couldn't understand the word of it. מלכות דיצירה, the kingdom in יצירה, it becomes for me to be, נעשה ממנה חוכמה, בינה, דעת, דעשייה. Something. ובפנימיות ברכהן, and inside the bracha itself, שהוא דקות הברכהן, that it's the gentle wisdom, mean the intentions that people have inside, that we have inside of the brachot, means, for an example, yesterday I met a friend that I saw a big picture of the Ben Ish Chai in his living room. So I told him it's a very nice picture. He told me I have the signature, the Khatima of Arav Shalom behind. So he removed it and showed it to me that Arav signed the bracha on that picture. So I told him what's written. So he told me Arav blessed us that we're going to buy a house. And actually they bought a house in Yavniel, close to Tveria. So he told me, you know, when Rav blessed us, we still lived in Jerusalem. And he told me that we're going to buy a house close to Jerusalem. And then he fixed himself. And he said, Beirushalayim. But the main bracha that really he said in the beginning was close to Jerusalem. And he didn't say it in Jerusalem. And actually we bought a house. They bought a house in Yavniel. So, it's closer than America. It's close because actually he's still in touch with the Rav, and it goes close. But you can see that this is what it means, dakut of the brachot, the meaning that sometimes there is to buy a house, and there is to buy a house in a certain place. So in all of the brachot it's like that. A lot of people are coming to the Rav or to a tzaddik and to ask for a certain bracha. You need to accept your bracha, and your bracha have to be ready to fit to your vessels, to your situation. So it's a very thin thing. It's something that mamash have to be very gentle. So inside of the bracha, נתברך מהם המסדר והמיישב את השכל. In the wisdom of the person, there is two powers. One of them calls המסדר, and one of them calls המיישב. מסדר is organizing, and מיישב is settled, is relaxing, is putting things to their place. So after that you're making an order, you are mesader, putting, you're actually fixing the surface, and then when you are meyashev, you can bring more things and to put them straight in their place, in the place that they're supposed to come into. So the inner side of the brachot, of that thing that we said, the bracha, they are blessing the mesader and the meyashev. They're giving bracha, that they're giving the power that the bracha gonna sit exactly in the place that it's supposed to sit. There is bracha that it's pulling light, throwing light, washing the person, cleaning, purifying him, very good. But there is another way, the detail, the gentle, the inner part of the bracha, it's something that is organizing and fixing your vessels to accept the bracha into the vessels, mamash, that it's going to sit, that it's going to fit.
Tetris.
What?
The game Tetris.
Like the game Tetris. That the viewer is going to understand what we're talking about. It's very important. It calls translation. We said the Lashon HaKodesh cannot be fixed without translation. Not only to the language that they understand, also to the wisdom that we're holding. So, Shehi Bechinat Keter, and it's an aspect of a crown. Bechinat, an aspect of Ve'eye imcha va'avarcheka, that Ve'eye imcha va'avarcheka, that Hashem is saying to the person, to the king, I'm going to be with you and I'm going to bless you. And what it means, keter, crown, keter hu leshon hamtana. It's a way of saying wait. כמו שכתוב, like that it's written, קטר לי זעיר ואחבקה. It's written, קטר לי זעיר. קטר לי זעיר, it's wait one moment, small time, short time, until I'm going to come. This is what Hashem is saying to the person. Wait 1 second and I'm coming. He can say it for years, but he's saying that to the person. Wait one more second, and I'm coming, don't worry. כי כששואלין את האדם איזה הוא שכל, because when you're asking a person a certain wisdom, Omer, he's answering המתן עד שאתיישב. Wait for me until I'm going to think about it. He's not answering immediately. So actually when you're asking something from Hashem Yitbarach, Hashem, so to speak, he needs time to think about it. He doesn't need time to think about it, just he needs the time to prepare you to that place. Like I told you that once one of the guys from the yeshiva was complaining explaining and complaining that he had a lot of money matters, parnasa, poverty, debts, horrible situation for years. And after a while he came to me again and asked me, what's going on? He needed a lot of chizukim in that time. And I told him that this is what Hashem put in my mind, in my heart, to tell him that actually there is only one reason that he's suffering so much. And I told him it's only because that actually Hashem Yitbarach heard all of your prayers. He listened to all of your tefillot. This is why you're going through so much. Because Hashem wants to save you. Hashem wants to help you. Now you need to build vessels. You asked for complete faith, to get rid of lust for women, desire for money. So you need to build your faith now. To build your faith is through tests. This is why you have tests in your life, actually. Because your prayers have been accepted. It's not that they are not accepted. Just you need to go through certain tests that you're going to achieve the vessels, the abilities to enjoy that amazing light that you asked. One of our friends in the yeshiva, he had the water leaking in the Erev Pesach. He wasn't in the house. They went out from the house to the yeshiva, all of the family. They invited guests to their house. When they came back, they saw all of the house full with water. 2 hours, they just took water out from the house. Before they said to someone, have tissue, please. Before they started the seder. Toda Rabba. Thank you. Before they started the seder. After that evening, and Baruch Hashem, they accepted it with faith and everything. After that seder, he talked to one of his friends. So the friend told him, why you decided to be a Breslever? Charedim never have those things. Only Breslevers can have something like that in the middle of the seder. Why you take yourself to be a Breslever, Meshuga? You don't know that you're going to go through a lot. Like that asked also in Leila Seder. 10 minutes after we started the Seder, all of the light turned off. We made the Seder out at darkness, mamash. We brought candles and we said all the... When you're asking for something, for faith, for shlom bayit, for being good example for your kids, how you want to be a good example for your kids if you're not at home? How are you going to be at home if your wife will not force you to be at home? No one wants to be at home. Everyone loves to go, to learn Torah, to be outside, to meet friends, people, to go in and out. If reality is not forcing you to be in the house, how are you going to be in the house? If you're not going to be in the house, who's going to educate your kids? With all of the lackings, that you're not in the house and you have to stay in the house, in the end, this is the only thing that's going to educate your kids, going to bring them to the places, to the heights. Because now in the house, what you're going to do? You're sitting with the kids, if you're standing in that test. You're sitting with the kids and you're talking to them and you're smiling to them and you're playing music with them and you make them happy. And if not, if you're just going to be a tzaddik, so to speak, outside in the forest doing hafatzah all day long, who's going to raise your kids? The streets, bad friends. Your wife cannot handle 4 or 5 kids. She cannot. You're going to be outside. It's hell outside. Hell, it's a good word. In hell, in the end, you're going to heaven. In the streets, in the end, you're going to hell. Need to see what Hashem Yitbarach is doing with us. To see the benefit, to see the good point, the wisdom of Hashem Yitbarach. Hashem, why are you closing my life? Why are you making such a hard difficulties in my life? What's the wisdom? From what are you guarding me? From what are you saving me? In what you're helping me? What is your wisdom? Not to try to force Hashem Yitbarach to listen to your voice, to keep your mitzvot. You should cancel yourself to the opinion of Hashem, to listen to the will of Hashem, to keep it, to enjoy from all of that wonderful benefit. And the crown, you see, the crown, the kingdom, the Malchut Hashem, to be the king means the king, to crown Hashem is to wait. Katar li ze'ir v'achaveka. Wait. You want to be a king means to rule, to control yourself, to control on all of your organs, on all of your soul, to control on yourself. You need to wait. You need to wait for Hashem. וגם שם צריך, and over there, you should have faith. בבחינת המון מופלא, like that it's written, המון מופלא. That when you're waiting to something that's wonderful, you have to have faith. וזה בחינת, and it's an aspect of what that's written, שמפנימיות חסד, גבורה, תפארת, that from the inner side of חסד, גבורה, תפארת, ומפנימיות מלכות דיצירה, נעשה כתר דעשייה. וכן עולין העולמות עד למעלה. And like that the worlds are climbing. A person from this world can achieve things that you cannot achieve in the world to come. People, righteous people, people that have mesirut nefesh in this world, they can gain things. It's written on that, Ain lo ra'ata Elokim zulatecha. That no one else can see those huge things that Hashem can give you except of you. Everyone can achieve Ruach HaKodesh, can achieve Kedusha, can achieve wisdoms in ways, and it all depends in you, everyone in his life. If you're going to accept the kingdom of Hashem Yitbarach on yourself, in your life, with your lackings, you don't have more lackings than Avraham Avinu. You don't have more lackings than Moshe Rabbeinu. Even that you think so, you're just judging Avraham Avinu according to the result, to what he achieved after. If you're going to see the beginning of Avraham Avinu, it was worse than your beginning, many times. If you're going to look at the beginning of Moshe Rabbeinu, of all of the tzaddikim, it was horrible. Tzaddikim had a very, very hard time. And the only reason they become to be tzaddikim is that they haven't given up on wanting Hashem Yitbarach. With all of the lusts, with all of the desires. Avraham Avinu had his Brit Milah in the age of 199. 99. Just started his life in the age of 99. He wasn't mahul until the age of 99. Can you imagine yourself not to be mahul until the age of 99 and to serve Hashem in Sirut Nefesh? He wasn't connected to the Kedusha at all until the age of 99. Without Brit Milah you cannot attach the Kedusha. This was the humility of Moshe Rabbeinu, that you know that Moshe Rabbeinu, he saw Hashem Yitbarach. He called Hashem Yitbarach in Yud Kei Vav Kei. And Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, they didn't call Hashem Yitbarach in Yud Kei Vav Kei, only in Kel Shaddai. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu came to Moshe Rabbeinu and told him that he revealed himself to Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov Bekel Shaddai, and not in Yud Kei Vav Kei. And this was a bizayon, a huge bizayon, a huge rebuke from HaKadosh Baruch Hu to Moshe Rabbeinu. Because he told him, look, you achieved everything because I opened my arms to you. I gave you, I revealed myself to you in Yud Kei Vav Kei, in Rachamim. But Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, that they served me in such a mesirut nefesh, and they never saw Yud Kei Vav Kei. They never saw the mercy of my side, my mercy side. They just saw me in the judgments. In Kel Shaddai. Kel Shaddai, it's name of judgments, name of dinim. And even though that they saw that I'm just angry all day long, And still they were serving me in such a Mesirut Nefesh. So you, of course, that you're going to serve me in Mesirut Nefesh. So us, it's also we need to take that lesson. Need to realize, so you have judgments, so you have dinim, so you have problems. So what? So what? With all of that, it doesn't change the job. It doesn't change the obligation to serve Hashem. We need to serve Hashem Yitbarach, and this is where it starts, and this is where it stops. And it's the best thing in the world. Who wants to change that? Everything that you're going to achieve in this world, if you haven't davened on it, if you haven't achieved it from Hashem Yitbarach, that now He wants to give it to you, it's going to damage you many times more than the satisfaction that you're going to feel in this world from that. And also that satisfaction in this world is just imagination, because it's not exist. It's all your imaginations. A person wants to be midumyan, to live in an imaginary world, to tell stories to himself that he is enjoying, that he's God, and all of the time to be obligated to satisfy other people and to have to accept honor from people, that they're going to help you to justify yourself and to support your imaginary fairy tale that you're telling yourself all day long. Oh yes, you made it big time, all of the time. You have to accept compliments and honor from other people. Yes, you made it. Yeah, look what you say on my car, what you say on my house. Yeah, you liked my kids, you see, yeah. Why you need all of that suffering? To open Chas Shalom bad eyes on your family, on your things, on yourself, from people that's going to honor you outside, but inside they're just envious and Chas Shalom. This is why Echad Haya Avraham. You should live like Avraham Avinu, to be alone, you and Hashem. And if you see people, be like Avraham, that he is helping everyone, that he's generous and he's supportive and he's helping and he's caring and he's there for them. Be like Abraham. Be there for everyone. Open your doors, open your heart, sit, give advice. Every one of you, from the lessons that you heard here in this shiur, you can be rabbis. I told you, I went to Rav Shalom, I asked him, maybe I should learn to Rabbanut. To learn, to go to test to Rabbanut. He told me, don't waste your time. You have something that you're good at, concentrate in that, and go do it. You don't need to be a Rav. Why you need to be a Rav? What, to marry a couple, to marry two couples, 20, you're going to waste years on that? There is huge fire outside. You don't need to be a rabbi. There is huge fire. People are burning in that fire. There is a flood of epikorsut. People are drowning outside, in front of the television, in front of the internet. You can save hundreds and thousands of people, each and every one of us. Can drag people from the screen to tell him, let's learn chavruta, let's learn 10 minutes a day in the phone. Let's talk, let's chat 10 minutes a day. You cannot talk to someone in the neighborhood, in the way to the Bet Knesset, on the way back from the Bet Knesset. You need to, like we said, to put the wisdom into the bracha that we have. You have a bracha. B'olam gave you faith. Let you learn and listen to a lot of shiurim. You catched a lot of information until today. Use it with your wisdom. Share it with others. That shiur that I told you on the 200 men that came to that shiur of that avrech that were here, his wife started to give that shiur every week, weekly shiur for men, weekly shiur for women, to 200 people every shiur. It's an incredible thing. You take it and you doing it. One from the guys I told you here, take people, go to Uman. One guy done that, he's got a list of over 10 people going to Uman with him. He decided to go, he took that advice, go to Uman, take people with you, go to Uman, took that advice, He's got more than 10 people going with him to Uman. He's got the merit of all of those families that are going. Can you imagine what he's doing to himself? He's buying his world. You can never do no better, bigger favor to a person than to take him, to drag him with you to Uman. Force people. Do whatever you can to bring people to Uman. There is nothing bigger than that. Nothing. If you brought one of your family, one of your friends to Uman one time, force them, convince them, beg, cry. You don't know what you're doing for them. They don't see. And you can do it. You cannot bring one person with you. People that don't have shalom bayit, people that they have problems. You tell him all of your salvations are over there. And it's a truth. The fact that you don't believe in it, this is your problem. It doesn't mean that it's not the truth. You have your problems that you don't believe in it, but it's the truth. You know that it's the truth. You see 40,000 people are coming. Am Yisrael are not stupid to come to a place like that. To go back to the land of blood, to Ukraine, to Uman. 30,000 people been murdered twice over there. Am Yisrael are not stupid to come back to those places. Just the light is over there. Huge light. And we all have that ability. We need to put the wisdom into our hands, into our actions. If you're a student, who is a student? A student is a person that listens to his rabbi. If not, you're not a student. Our rabbi is day and night thinking about others, day and night going to distribute to the afatzah all day long. So he's a little bit more davening. He doesn't have a choice. You have to have yeshuvadat also. You have to rest. So he's resting while he's davening. This is menucha. He said once, if you were wise, after he talked the shiur on afatzah, he said you all would go now to a sport store, buy sneakers and run to the intersections to do afatzah. Run! Run! Someone asked him about Chol HaMoed, if you're allowed to do afatzah, distribute in Chol HaMoed. Rav Shalom answered to him, he told him it's a pikuach nefesh. It's a pikuach nefesh. Afatzah, it's pikuach nefesh. He said if I had the power, I would permit to do afatzah in Shabbos also. It's pikuach nefesh. You're saving people. Now there is thousands of people that are driving to the sea in Shabbos. They're burning themselves. They're killing themselves. They're preparing hell to themselves that you can never imagine a hell like that. We're not connected to the reality. We don't understand what it means to break Shabbos. Tzaddikim are afraid to touch a muktzeh in Shabbos. On the Gaon Mivilna, it's written that the Gaon Mivilna, once he touched the muktzeh on the table, the shell of an orange, that it's garbage, that it's muktzeh. You're not allowed to remove it from the table in Shabbos. You have to put it on a tray inside of a tzalachat, a plate. When the plate contains also something good, only then you're allowed to remove it from the table. If it doesn't contain something good, you're not allowed to remove it from the table. It's muktzeh. You're not allowed to touch muktzeh in Shabbos. One time, the Gaon Mivilna, he touched that shell on the table. He fainted. He fell on the floor and fainted. So his wife, she came to him. They tried to wake him up, and he wouldn't wake up. After a while, he woke up from the floor. He looked on the table. He saw that shell. He fainted again. When he remembered what happened to him, fainted again. And then the wife, she was also Talmidat Chachamim. She realized that she needed to help him to solve the conflict that he's in. She took that shell and she ate it. And she showed him that actually it's a food, B'shat Adchak. People are starving, they're going to eat that shell. You're not going to eat it because you're full, everything is good, but if you're starving in the Holocaust, people would eat it. So it is food b'shat adchak. You can eat it b'shat adchak. So it's not that strict muktzeh. You're allowed to touch it. When he saw that she was eating it, he woke up. He opened his eyes, he woke up. This is the story like that it's written. But then the writer is saying, this is one version. But the other version is that he was 13 years old when it happened. And it wasn't his wife, just it was his mother that ate that. So the tzaddikim, look what they think about Shabbos, how they lived Shabbos. Rav Shalom said that he heard from a tzaddik nistar that if a person gonna put all of his powers, just to understand what it means Shabbos, and all of his life he's gonna think about Shabbos and gonna put all of his powers of limud and tefillah on, all about Shabbos, he will not gonna understand even a drop from the sea what it means Shabbos. So people are breaking Shabbos, driving to the sea, going to the cinemas, to pubs, to bars, smoking, driving, doing everything, watching TV, not doing the seudot, not doing nothing. And we have the power. We have the power to help them. On that, Rav Shalom said this is pikuach nefesh. To go to do afatzah in those places, to save those souls. People that are separating themselves daily from the source of life. From Mekor HaBrachot. Shabbat is Mekor HaBracha. It's the source of all blessing. There's a story with the Chazon Ish, I think, or if it was the Chafetz Chaim, that someone came to him to ask for a bracha. He told him, the Shabbat is not blessing you. How can I bless you? If you're going to start keeping Shabbos, my bracha is going to have a certain power to bless you also. But until you're going to keep on breaking Shabbos, I cannot bless you. She is the source of all of brachot. What my bracha going to help if Shabbos is not blessing you? Boy Sai, thank you very much. Chazak u'baruch.